something. Who would have thought? Welcome back to Mums Talk Shit. I'm Kelly.
I'm Mel, and we have Mel.
I'm another Mel.
Yeah.
So we actually have a guest with us today, and we are talking about neurodiversity and what it is to live and cope in a neurodiverse household and how difficult it can actually be. I will start off with, I have 3 with autism, 1 with oppositional defiant disorder, ADHD, and a few other behavioural issues. Kel?
Wow.
Acronyms.
Yeah, I know. So many labels. Kurt has ADHD, depression, anxiety. I have PTSD, depression, anxiety, and I'm sure I'm off the root scale ADHD. Like I'm just.
You are.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Now.
Hi. So I have complex PTSD, which sort of is attributed to you have, anxiety disorder, and you have a depression, that comes along with that as well. I also have ADHD. I was diagnosed quite late, only probably about 5 years ago. And that was all because we were getting the 11-year-old, well, at the time he was only 7, diagnosed, and they had to look at someone. And I would say it was me because I was the one that was not paying attention at all to what she was saying. So Benny has, he's got ADHD, he's got oppositional defiance disorder. Quite often those two actually go together,
Yes.
what I'm reading. And he's also got generalised anxiety disorder, which is pretty full on. And that sort of probably plays a massive part in his oppositional defiance.
Yeah.
He's highly anxious, his fight, kicks in, he's a fighter. And that sort of creates that environment for us. So he's also has autism, and he's really high function. You wouldn't actually know it, unless you perhaps got him into a setting where he was, ultra uncomfortable, because he masks really, really well. So he leans towards, they don't really call it this now, but the Asperger's side, where he's quite low in his development for the social awareness.
Yeah.
So he quite often says things that's totally inappropriate. And a recent, I know, we laugh because that's us.
Yeah.
That's us, but as adults, we have to own what we say.
Deny.
Yeah.
My husband will back that up. Yeah.
So what I can get away with, perhaps, in my gym session conversations, my 11-year-old may try the same conversation and get, sent out of the classroom. That type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's him, and then the youngest one, ADHD, and he also has a stress disorder that's just been diagnosed, which is pretty full on for a little boy to have.
Yeah.
And along with that is your anxiety, and a lot of work, we're going to not a lot of work to put into him, but a lot of time, nurturing him at the moment to hopefully
Patience.
he'll be able to grow out, he'll grow out of it, but
Self-regulate.
go through it,
Yeah.
and be able to, to self-regulate. So it's just the 3 of us in the house, and it's busy.
Also, as well, Mel is a single mum and she doesn't drink alcohol. She manages all this by herself and doesn't drink. Me, however, I had a moment yesterday where I said to my mother and my husband, I don't know if I need to up my alcohol intake or my medication.
Yeah.
Kobe shat while driving his truck. So it was all over the truck, his legs, his back, everything. And then I went to take the washing off the line, and we have a next door neighbour who has a beautiful hunting dog and he's really well behaved. And Kobe loves him. He's like, Mackie, 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 Mackie. And the dog cocked his leg and pissed on Kobe.
Oh my God.
So then I gave up and put a nappy on Kobe. And then he took his nappy off in the kitchen and pissed all over the floor.
Oh gosh, that's a really shit day.
That's a bit of a shitty day.
All Kurt said to me was, well, there's only dog shit to go.
Oh my God.
So I am unfamiliar with you said something about behaviour.
Oppositional defiant disorder?
Yep.
Yes. So oppositional defiant disorder, it's really hard to combat. It is the brain fighting with the body. The brain is telling you, no, don't do it, and that's what you verbalise, but they still continue to do a task tasks that you've set them. I found with my eldest Dominic, you would tell him to go clean his room. He's like, no, go get fucked, but he's still walking off to clean his room.
Yeah. See, I thought that was just a kid thing.
No.
And I thought it might be just...
Yours actually goes to clean his room.
Yeah. He would still continue. It did take a lot of time for us to get to that, or he would just sit there and go, no, fuck you, I'm sitting right here.
See, I thought that's just everybody that has kids and a partner. No. This is an actionable disorder.
It is,
yeah. So I would have, if we'd never had been assessed, I would have probably gone however long thinking this is just how it's, it's
just a naughty child.
A naughty child, or men, like, I'm going to really bad when I say it's like, but men in general.
Yeah, 100% they fucking are.
Like this aggressiveness that comes with men, and, like past experiences and things like that we may or may not all have kind of sets you up sometimes for failure when you're going in as a parent of children with these diversities, because you're already primed to be abused. And so you kind of find yourself in this position where you take it.
Yeah.
Because you go, oh, okay, because fighting it is too hard.
100%. It is so hard. Sometimes it feels like you'll just deal with the consequences because that's easier than trying to get through to them and calm down and trying to fix the actual problem. It's just easier to stick a Band-Aid over it.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating for other people to watch it, especially those who don't have children with, neurodiverse, because they just see you as slacking off, or they see you as not being able to control your children, or lazy parenting, like that's slacking off, all those types of things. So where in actual fact we're choosing our battles, people.
And I think that's the biggest thing. When you get early intervention is they do inform you, they do tell you is choose your battles, choose your words wisely, and sort of concentrate on what you want to do and suggest you talk. So if they're chucking a tantrum because you don't want them to play with, that truck that's over in the corner and they want to play with that truck, but then you really want them to eat dinner.
Yeah.
Let them go and play with the truck, but give them the truck with the dinner.
Okay.
So using that and choosing the fight, very, very...
So for every other person out there that's like, that's my kid, how would you distinguish between tantrum and moody and hormones to this actually might have a diagnosis, or you don't really know?
Look, I would say frequency.
Yeah.
Frequency. If it's only happening once a week, you can probably say that that's just a tantrum.
Yeah.
If it's happening once a day, you could maybe even say that if it's happened maybe just for a month, then that could just be like a hormonal cycle.
It's like a cycle,
especially with boys, especially moving into that testosterone hit that they get around the age of 6. I think it's when it kicks in. But
and I remember me as a teenager. I'm glad I did not have a girl.
Yeah.
Love you, Mum. Actually, she doesn't even know I'm doing a podcast yet.
My dad would be surprised. He'd be like, what are you up to now? So don't say anything stupid.
I do all the time.
Think before you speak. So
no, that's not what you're saying. There's no thinking here.
It's all verbal diarrhea.
What was the question?
Sorry. So how would a parent go, okay, is this
is a problem, or is this
normal age? So when it's every day, and it's relentless, and it's happening at school as well. Now that is a bit of an iffy ground too, because some kids mask really, really well.
Yes.
Now Ben, he masks really well now that he's a bit that older, he's like more, maturity's kicked in.
Because he's lived through it, he goes in, I know what to do here.
But there's days where he can't mask at all. At the moment he's having trouble masking, he's getting trouble at school for things he's saying that are totally mean to other kids. But Brody, for example, he doesn't misbehave, very rarely misbehaves at school with a behavioural aggression or anything like that. He just talks a lot like me. But at home, he flips a switch. So, someone like him is that little bit harder. But you look at it overall and you go, okay, you put it all together and you go, look, if the teachers are saying, look, he's showing a lot of signs of, ADHD, not being able to sit still, not being able to listen, more so than the other 6 or 7 year olds, above the other 6 and 7 year olds, by the way. This isn't about a child, a personality thing, a lot of us move a lot. It's on average to the other children, how are they doing, and teachers these days are very well trained in this, especially the ones that have been around a bit longer. And then for you as a parent, you know your own child.
Yeah.
You know, like, parenthood's hard in general, but you shouldn't be in tears every single day.
No.
You know, like, it should not be that hard that every single day you are struggling to get your children out the door without there being some type of verbal abuse being thrown at you or physical abuse going on, and not just siblings trying to attack each other.
Yeah.
That's normal. You know, but it's when they are attacking you. That is not a normal thing for children to do. And if you are at your friend's house or if you are with your family and you're seeing all these other kids in the same age group behaving quite differently to your own child, there's a very, very good chance that it's time to get them assessed.
Yeah. I think for me, it was the hardest part is I actually I had no idea. I always got told first child was the worst child. Always. And that comes from my nan. God bless her soul. Please don't pick on me. You know, first child's going to be your worst child. They're always going to have, you know, they're going to muck up, they're going to push the boundaries, and then, you know, your second child gets better, and then the third child's even better again. It wasn't until I went in for a doctor's appointment for myself, of all things, was myself, that he had actually turned the entire studio, like the doctor's office, upside down. He stripped beds, he was climbing bookshelves, pulled books out of bookshelves, and she turns around and she goes to me, there is something wrong with that child. And just give me all these referrals, give me no answers, give me no nothing.
How old?
So John was 2.5.
But they can't assess them at that age, can they?
Depending on severity.
Okay.
Yeah. So with what he was going through, it was an urgent referral through to paediatrics because literally he couldn't sit in a doctor's surgery for 30 seconds for me to get a referral.
And you were there going, give me something to deal with this. And
I didn't.
No, this is Spider-Man.
I didn't even know any different. I was like, Dominic, come and sit down. Dominic, come on, Dominic, come and sit down. And he was just like, nah, and screaming the whole time, and I just spat. And just screamed the whole time, and I was like, Dominic, just sit down, Dominic, come on. You know, pull it in, dude. And the doctor's like, this is not okay. Instead of me walking out for one referral for myself, which was a gynae appointment, of all things, I walked out with 6 referrals and a gynae appointment.
And did you get all your son's appointments before you dealt with your own gynae?
Well, but they all happened at the same time. Yeah.
Well, I hope not. Hey, can you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I do have a few friends that are going through, and it's a roller coaster for them, like literally.
Yep.
One of them, and I know these kids very well, they're beautiful, kind-hearted kids. So I know, like, everybody listening will just be like, some people that don't understand it will be like, they're just naughty. They're not.
No.
They have so much love, like, they're beautiful. And so this person was trying to get help, was blaming herself, saying, how could I miss this? It's my fault, rah, rah, rah. And he couldn't deal with being in a classroom. But when he gets there to the principal's office and do his work, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Because there was too much going on.
100%. Yeah, very much. So someone like that, the biggest thing I would do is look for community help, community support. I can't be more thankful for Family Insight Family Support. They're a local company that work out of Cessnock.
Okay.
If I didn't have any intervention with them to help me with referrals to get me into Hunter Prelude and just get all of that started, I don't think I would be where I am with Dominic today.
That's what I was going to say, because a few people, their daycares and kindergarten have said, look, I think, there might be something here, they're not sure.
Yep.
And they don't even know where to start. Like, once you even get a referral, you're pretty much left on your own.
You are.
Yeah. So, straight away, you're looking at, if you're up in the Hunter region, you're looking at a 12-month wait, straight away.
And that's
so, my advice to anyone is, if they are handed a referral, if you've gotten to that point, act upon that straight away. Do not wait. You can always cancel an appointment.
Yep.
You can take yourself off of a waiting list at any time.
Yep.
Get yourself or get your child on a waiting list, because it will be a while. And trust me, in those next 12 months while you are waiting, it will only escalate if it's already the way it is now. But in terms of, so that's helping the child. That's the first thing you can do for, to get them to get the official assessment. But there are other things that you can do in the meantime. You can have conversations.
Yes.
You can have conversations with informal conversations like this. There are lots of Facebook groups. There are lots of websites out there.
Actually, we might put some of these on our Facebook page, just so people can reach out.
There's a Newcastle one that I'm linked into. It's always interesting to read other people's stories about what their children have done that day.
Yeah, makes you feel better.
Yeah, it does sometimes. It really does. Especially, it makes you kind of grateful, because if your child is quite, is quite high functioning, then it does make you really grateful. Especially if that's the particular day that you've asked them to pack their bags and move out. Yeah. And I'm talking about the 6-year-old, not the older one. Because he's a lot harder at the moment to deal with. But as you said, like Singleton Family Support has been amazing for me. Not so much, I suppose, in the assessment phase, but in the support of the parent phase or the carer phase.
And that's what people don't realise, like, especially mums, because it's never about us, it's about everybody else. It's like, I've got to get to this appointment, I've got to get to this. But if you haven't gone through it, you don't know what's going on. You can't process that. So then your child is picking up that stress from you. So you need to look after yourself and be around other people and communicate to process it and able to put these things in place. Like, help yourself
filling your
to
own
be able to help your kids. And
even if it means finding a gym, finding somewhere that you can go to and they've got a kids club that you can just pop them in. They're going to scream and shout.
100%.
But that's what a kids area is for. Let them scream and shout. Let them intervene with other kids. Go and jump on the treadmill. Put your noise cancelling headphones on and have half an hour for yourself. Just walking on a treadmill. Just to refill your own cup. Just to make yourself feel
human.
Okay. It's not better. It's not a Band-Aid, but just to get some clarity to move on with something else. Even if it's just once a week. It doesn't matter.
Because it's so normal for every mum to just be like, I am fucking done. I actually can't fucking do this anymore. And you just cry because you're like, I'm trying to be the best mum, I'm trying to be the best person, and fuck this.
And coping ways to cope with stress. This is a stress segment.
This is all about you here, because I'm like...
No, I was just thinking that. I was just like, but this is what happens. Is you find a way to start coping. It doesn't matter if you're physically fit. It doesn't matter if you present yourself well. That you can't, a human being, no matter if you're male or female, a human being is not able to take on
this much shit,
this much stress, and not at some point in time implode or explode, depending on your personality type. I am a bit of both.
And I love it. Your personality.
My partner quite often refers to all of them.
Yeah.
Which one are we today? Like this morning, actually, funnily enough, like I've jumped on the phone just to, I digress, to show him that I just put together, like packed up a tent in 30 seconds, and we watched him do it for 20 minutes.
Oh no!
And so I had to call him. My little one was there just to explain this and how excited I was about this.
Like, and did your little one go, I hate you?
No, he said
not today.
No. He said to him, she did it quicker than you. Anyway, the point was, he goes, I haven't had your meds yet today. I was extra excited. But yeah, you get medicated sometimes if you yourself have acronyms. That's one way, but it's not the way. You have to get the support in as well. Yeah. Because otherwise, it's a very, very lonely place, and you might turn to drugs or alcohol, eating, any of these things that try and give you those little dopamine hits or a numbing effect, one or the other.
Yep.
I liked numbing, so I drank a lot, but not a lot as in, binge myself so I couldn't, like that type of thing. It was regular. It reminds me of the YouTube thing. She's like, anyway, dang it. Anyway, I digress again. But yeah, it was every day. Every day. It was, I had to have, for some reason, I don't even think it gave me an effect, but I had to have something to be able to just take the extra noise off. And I mean the noise in my head, not them. Like there's extra noise, like you're not good enough. All of them having another tantrum, everyone's looking at you, or I haven't done dinner yet. Please don't, draw on that again. It's this constant noise that goes on in your head.
Yep.
And then you have to take on the abuse cop as well, from, whether they're 2 or whether they're, 20.
Yep.
Whatever. It doesn't, you're still being abused, and it's not okay to be abused. People that are supposed to love you. as well. But yeah, you're supposed to love them.
And then that backs up your whole head noise.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to love them back. They are trying to hurt you. They are fighting you, physically fighting you, calling you all the names under the sun, like being called a dog seed. It's not very nice to hear, especially if you don't expect your kids to come out with words like this. Gosh knows where half of them are learned. I don't say the C word. I don't like it. Yeah. I spell it. I just spell it. But it's unless there's certain times actually I do.
Yeah.
But
we've said it together.
I can't hide from that. But I forgot what I was saying again.
Head noise. Kids are going to laugh.
When they're hitting at you, trying to regulate yourself.
Yeah.
To not beat them back. It's really hard.
It is difficult.
Really hard. Like you've got the hormones age, even more so because your son's older than mine. But they are strong.
Yeah.
Even at 2 or even at 6, they are strong. Once they get big, I'm not sure of the height wise in your house, but Benny's almost coming up on me now.
Look, I'll be honest with you. My 2 boys, 14, 15.
Oh, 15, that's right.
Yeah.
They punch each other.
Yeah. We have constant domestics between my 2 boys. My 2 boys have 9 months between them. Not planned. Didn't know that wasn't meant to happen. But, the testosterone is taken out between them. And there is a few times there where, I'm going, what do? Do I step in? Do I let them find their own pecking order? Do I allow it to keep going? And as much as you can sit there, it's like banging your head against a nail. Don't do that to your brother. You're meant to love your brother. You're meant to, you're not meant to hate each other. You're not meant to do this. You're not meant to talk like this. Like, literally, there's so many things that, that they're both having that same urge at the same time. It is hard. And
it can be about nothing at all.
Oh, one could fight it in the room and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that fart was enough to spark World War III.
And, some of the schools, they're not very helpful.
A lot of schools aren't accommodating. There is some schools out there, which I do have to say, Francis Ridgway has been amazing for my son in a support unit who's autistic specific placement. But there is a few other schools out there that are just, they put them into a too hard basket.
Yeah.
They don't want to take that extra time of just going, hey mate, are you okay today? Hey mate, how was your morning? Did you start off rough? Did you start off okay? Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed?
And the crap thing is, I remember the principal of a school said that we don't think this teacher is properly trained to teach this high-functioning class. We're hoping to get a new one in.
Yes.
But that teacher stayed for a long time and seen a fight about to happen, didn't interrupt it, didn't try and diffuse the situation, let it happen just to suspend both of them so he didn't have to deal with it.
Yep.
So, and it's a constant, I don't know, there's just not enough help, support, things in place. And there's parents that their kids are too young to diagnose. What the fuck are they supposed to do to sit there and still live in hell? And when you get a referral, I get it, places are busy, but what are you supposed to do in that 12 months?
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. And that's where, mums need to realise that you can reach out. There is outreaches out there for those early interventions, what they're called. So anyone from the ages of, 0 to 2 or 0 to 6 or 7, depending on how long it takes for them to get in. Those early intervention places are out there. Single to family support, Cessnock family support. There's a lot of those out there.
Don't be afraid to put on your local Facebook pages, guys, because you're probably not the only mum.
No.
You don't sit at home and go, this is my fault, what do I do? It's no one's fault. This is just a situation, and by getting onto it early, you're actually building them up to know that being understood is better than acting like this. Because if they go through and they don't get diagnosed till later, that could have such a worse effect going into high school, because if they don't feel understood, they're just going to act out and go do something so much worse. So
they are going to turn into a life of crime. They are going to turn into drugs and giving into peer pressure and drinking alcohol and all those things that we try to stop them from
and
doing.
they'll deflect and be the funny person all the time.
The class clown.
Yeah. So it's no one's fault, guys. This is just what happens, and it's so much more common than you think. Don't sit at home in a dark place. Reach out on Facebook. Like I said, we'll put some links up on our Facebook page. And even people from different communities, wherever you're from, if you say, hey, does anybody know anybody in this area that has an outreach or this and this, you guys could all get together as mums and be like, oh my God, thank God we're together, we can do this.
I was just going to say, even a simple comment on that, you'd be surprised how many mums would jump on this particular comment. If you have a mum's page, it's called Simple to Mums page, right?
Yep.
And if you put on there, hey mums, don't stress, don't call anyone or anything like that, but I'm having a really tough day today. Is there anyone that would like to, go to the park, have a coffee, do a share, anyone, anything like that? Mm-hmm. I guarantee you someone will say
100%.
Yes, let's do it, because we're all sitting at home, not all of us, but sitting at home, hoping somebody actually says this, because we don't always want to be that person. That is vulnerable. Because that's what it's about. It's about being vulnerable all of a sudden.
And you just go I want to get the fuck out of the house.
But I don't want to take my feral kids.
Yeah. And I don't want to sit there pushing you on doing this or kick the ball with you. I want to watch you do something and just watch you and not have a mom, every fucking 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're so beautiful and we love them.
We do love our
It's about support. Sorry.
Look, and the other thing is as well, if you don't feel comfortable with reaching out on community pages, reach out to us.
And we'll reach out for you.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that I am the clown, the idiot, the one that will do stupid shit. I don't care.
Reach out to us.
We'll do it for you.
Reach out to us. We'll find who you need to go and talk to if you're not willing to put it out there in the community.
Yeah, so just either DM us on Instagram or PM on Facebook. Is that how things work?
Look, you're more up with the lingo than me.
I know. You're the one that does this. You send me the link. My friends are like, how are you doing a podcast, Kelly? I'm like, Mel sends me the link and I open it and they're like, now we get it. But anyway, if you have any questions for anyone, guys, anyone can jump on. You can private message us to find somewhere. Jump onto the links. We really hope this made you feel actually normal and not alone. And I don't know, just
feel seen.
Yeah.
Feel heard.
You're not crazy.
No,
they might try and send you crazy.
Yeah.
You weren't all ready to start off with. But at the end of the day, it is something that's becoming more and more common.
Mm-hmm.
And even if there's not a label put to your child, that doesn't devalue how you feel and about you what's going on in your home.
Yeah, exactly.
So just so that the people out there that are listening that go, oh well, I could get a label. That doesn't mean that you are any less valued.
Yeah. If you're having a hard time, you're having a hard time.
Yeah. And kids don't come with manuals, regardless of whether they have labels or not. And they're assholes.
Yeah.
They really are. They will find whatever it is to break you and just start working on that.
100%.
And that is when like-minded other parents, and friends, even if they don't have kids, you do need to be a little bit vulnerable. Yeah. And reach out sometimes.
100%. And it can turn into a joke and you can cry and you can laugh and good things come out of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, but yes. All right, guys, we've gone a little bit over, but that's okay. I feel like it was a very important episode.
And we could go on for hours and days.
Yes, but remember, our 45-minute sessions go way longer than that. Yeah. Just because we're I feel like it's our emotional support time.
I feel like it's we spend half our time being silly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, our PTs are very sexual innuendo. I can't even say that word.
Innuendos?
Yep. Yes. So make the comments. Reach out to mums on here. This is a safe space. Anybody that is rude or nasty will get booted off. Not welcome. Other than that, DM us and we hope you have an amazing day.
See ya.
Got a real good feeling something bad about you.